Hi, my name is Prem and welcome to the 6th episode of Spaces. I'd like to take this moment to thank you, our friends and our fans, for following us and supporting us. Without you, it would not be possible. And if you haven't subscribed, do it right now. Also, don't forget to like us on our new Facebook page, RMT Novena Church. I have a question for you. What is your favorite game of all time? Leave your comments below. I've got quite a few, but the first one I ever played was Snakes and Ladders. Now the question is, what makes a game good? And I think most of us would say it depends on how fun it is. But what's fun varies for each one of us. Back in the 80s, when people didn't used to own computers, I used to play a lot of games with my sister, my cousins, and in school. And the fun part of every new game were the conditions that determine how you won or lost the game. These conditions were known as the rules of the game. If the rules weren't clear, people would be very unhappy. The rules were simply there to make sure that everyone had fun. But I could never stand cheaters. When someone cheated, it would immediately invoke within me a cry for justice. And sometimes it would be more subtle. Sometimes it's about double standards when two similar cases are assessed with different sets of rules. I remember watching football with my father when I was young, and he would tell me all the conspiracy theories about why some really good teams never won the World Cup. Regardless of our own bias and prejudices, what is it about injustice that riles us up? I guess there's something deep within our human condition. In truth, all of us hold in esteem qualities that are noble, such as honor, honesty, and integrity. When we see these qualities displayed by anyone, it raises within us a sense of appreciation or even inspiration, while we frown at those who display the opposite. What about life? Does life also have rules we ought to live by? I guess today we live in an age where the main message is be free, which means do whatever you want. It's your life, live it your own way. Don't be stifled by the lack of choices. Make sure you have plenty to choose from. Freedom is about having choices. The question is it true? Are there certain things in life that lead us to a dead end? Are there certain thoughts, habits, behaviors, and actions that lead us to a path of destruction? If there are such things, then what are the rules that help us to avoid them? I guess in every major religion, they teach us and warn us against these things. And in Christianity, we have the 10 Commandments and the Beatitudes. We are warned against stealing, adultery, killing, bearing false testimony, and coveting the possessions of others. These are not just bad things, but they hurt us and destroy relationships. We're told that God Himself gave us these rules, but from human experience, we also have learned that God is right. We go through suffering when we fall into these so-called pits. So does freedom really mean you're free to do whatever you want? In the Beatitudes, Jesus goes one step further. He says, if you're angry with someone, you're already committing murder. If you look at someone lustfully, you're already committing adultery. Do not refuse anyone. Love your enemies, and in everything, do to others as you want them to do to you. These are not just rules to avoid the bad stuff in our life, but the very way that we ought to live it. True freedom is when we choose love above all things. You know, the best way to get better in any game is to review how you have fared and improve upon it. Maybe this is the best way that we can also improve our own lives. Perhaps we need to look at the areas where we have been incongruent, hypocritical, applied double standards, and remove the weeds that choke us. Remove the plank that's stuck to our own eyes so that we may see more clearly, to remove the speck of dust in the eyes of those around us. My name is Prem. Till the next time.